This is the Cardano of this cycle. 100x potential, top 5 coin market cap by 2025. Today we'll talk about Luxa, who is the founder from original Ethereum development team and a developer of ERC20 token standard. I will be providing an overview of why I bought Luxa in the first place and what was my thought process. So the reason I actually bought Luxa is because a guy I know that has 140k in crypto has 100k of it in Luxa. That's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If we would check Luxa Twitter, they've made a very interesting announcement several days ago. They've essentially introduced the functionality of their universal profiles, which allows you to create a universal profile that can be used between dApps on the blockchain. And it improves user experience a lot by the combination of smart contracts, removing the factor with someone sending funds to another person and choosing the network in the wrong way and losing the funds. And in 2021, I was writing the articles on my LinkedIn about the focus on the user experience in the upcoming blockchain products. And that's that I think that in the upcoming decade, products that improve the user experience heavily of crypto, that can onboard people into the market, they will do the best. And it's a very, very easy type of logic frame, because the more people you have in the market, the more liquidity the market gets and the better the products are doing as well. Luxa is one of them, and I would say is at the forefront currently of improving the user experience and actually making sure that we will have more people in crypto as well. So I wanted to actually start it from this page. If you would click here, you could click create a profile. Just check out this page. Does it look like something that you would see for crypto people, like with pixelated graphics and some weird NFTs, low quality stuff and things like that? So just remember how this page looks, and I will show you something else right now. Once again, guys, look here and check out here, right? This is the website of the largest gaming collection in crypto currently. And respond to a question: what type of user experience looks better for the users outside of crypto? So we have this interesting font here, and the things is pixelated and things like that. Here it does look like Louis Vuitton online shops and luxury brands. We can check out this website, for example. So it's ERC20 wallet with a bunch of tokens as well. And if you check the user experience and kind of the fonts that have been used here, so you can see straightforwardly the difference in terms of the target market that these two products actually have. You can kind of understand that this product is mostly focused on tech people in crypto. They probably know a lot of stuff. They've been on the market for quite some time, and the same thing here. So they're following a pretty similar type of UI standards and UX as well. Here, just check out the font, check out how the button is looking, the shadows, the round circles, the background as well, customly made and following the brand identity as well, with nice shapes and things like that. So this is the thing that I like a lot with Luxa, because that's one of the main things to be able to onboard new people into the crypto. And I have a feeling that it's way different from anything that we see on the market currently in terms of all the products that are being launched in crypto right now. And you see right away that the target audience is different. So it must be something interesting happening here. Once again, look at this, look at this, look at this again, and compare it with luxury brands' websites. I would say that Luxa, it has the same feeling in terms of how everything looks, the designs, the backgrounds, the user experience, the fonts even as well. So the reason I'm focusing so much attention on this is because it's very, very important for any product to develop the UI and UX to adhere to the target market and the core audience of the product. And just from this landing page, from how it looks, how it feels, what type of animations we have, what type of shadows, what type of the background, you can see it's not originally focused on crypto audience, which is huge. It's basically focused, from my point of view, for some OnlyFans type of girls that would know how to use these luxury websites, how to buy things on them and things like that. They are on Instagram, and I've been speaking with some OnlyFans agencies. They're making crazy money there. And essentially, to me, it has the same type of feeling in terms of the UI and UX. And one of the things that I also wanted to show is just how they present this new functionality on the platform as well. Just look at the animations, how they follow the brand identity, how the whole thing feels. That's a very nice type of presentation of the functionality. It does not have any text. So And it does not feel Web3. It does not feel Web3 at all. It's like proper luxury Web2 product coming into this space. That's just awesome from my point of view. And that's something that will be able to onboard a lot of people into the market as well. They explain the whole user experience and no text, no nothing. So that's actually kind of hard to combine and come up with a video like that to explain new functionalities of the tech product without using any text and things like that. But it's the most efficient way because it's very, very simple. Because even the child, once they would check out this video, they would understand different tabs, different things. And here, for example, with the chain, give me a second. So here with the chain, you understand right away that it's secure. It's very, very interesting how this was designed as well. And I think we have to say thank you to this lady who is the co-founder of Luxa. And she's coming from luxury brands. She's a designer and things like that. So I think essentially the platform is using a lot of her experience and along with the engineering talent from the team and from one of the original developers of ETH in terms of basically creating a platform like this. So in terms of the functionality, you might say that it's not something huge at this stage in terms of like new profile and things like that. I was not creating a profile myself yet. I'm mostly focusing on UI and UX, and this is not something that you would actually see in crypto. So check out the shapes, check out the shadows, check out the graphics, and like the UX is very, very nice. I would say it might be a bit complex here. It's also pretty straightforward as well. So with these icons, you understand everything right away. Tab menu, great user experience. Here you have large icons that show you right away with the icons kind of as to provide additional information. Nice background, nice functionality here in terms of the image and a long click to confirm. So they use different types of inputs from the user as well. So I would say it's very interesting tech product design just by itself. And the same thing here basically. So it's just quite nice in terms of how the product is presenting itself. It's very, very nice. It's like a level of luxury brands. And I've been in talks with the ex-CEO of Prada, and these guys, they don't even allow themselves to work with any guys from like, default fashion that were selling e-commerce and some default products. They specifically look for the guys that know how to work with luxury brands because it's a whole different level. It's a whole different thing. And I believe that here they're following. It kind of feels like Apple to me, like initial days of Apple, but at the same time, it feels more sophisticated as well. And it's a crypto product. It's a custom blockchain. It's just the part of functionality that they're making. They will have a bunch of dApps launching in January as well. And they know the industry. They're constantly working on the product. It's just crazy from the UI and UX point of view, how the whole thing looks and nice animations. And it's a customer facing product already. So they're showing their approach in terms of how they're doing things. I won't be creating a profile currently. I just wanted to show the UX and UI of the whole thing. I wanted to share the things that I see from my end as the person who's been developing mobile applications and essentially tech products. We are developing a lot of tech products for our clients, and I just applaud to what we see here thus far. There's a very, very great level to details. I can understand and see what type of specialists are working there. The video is amazing as well. And the things that they're providing is just crazy. So you would probably not find this type of overview in between crypto videos because people, they would tell about resistances and chart and things like that. And this is the overview from the product point of view, from the tech product point of view, and from the market, from the target market that this company is planning to target. And as mentioned, I don't see crypto geeks essentially being the target audience of this product. Those are normies, those are people from the market, OnlyFans girls, luxury girls that are doing something in terms of, and the interesting thing is that they're focused on creators' economy, essentially creating a tool, a blockchain, a way for people to be able to leverage and create content, engage with the fans, monetize on this as well. That's huge because basically creators' economy is something that's been a very huge and interesting narrative from the time of early 10s with the introduction of social media. So that's a very, very nice and great combination from my point of view. So if we would check Twitter, we would see that a bunch of people, they're just like following these logs like fanatics. So they're creating profiles right now, and they are confident that essentially it will be a top 10 or top 5 token on coin market cap by 2024 or 2025. So the guys just inputting 25k live on the video on Luxa, and I know a lot of people that essentially use this as a safe bet. So they make profits on lower caps and then they rebalance the profits into Luxa. Several videos on this as well. This is very interesting how I feel like entering 2024 with bags loaded with Luxa. 2 years of accumulating ups and downs. Now in 2024 and 25 I'm gonna be lit. Digital freedom, and it's all decentralized as well. Interesting thing is that there are not a lot of VCs in this project as well. And from one point of view, you might think that if there are not a lot of VCs, they won't be pumping up the price. And that's one of the concerns that I also have from my point of view. And here's the founder, so the original developer from Ethereum team. And he has kind of interesting views in terms of the marketing of the product and things like that. So I was checking out his posts yesterday, and there are multiple posts on the fact that we won't be pushing the marketing. We are focusing on the product. We understand the marketing is something short term. We're focusing on delivering and developing something great in order for it to market itself. So it's an interesting view that you would basically have in business and on the tech product as well. Because if you have shit type of product and you have to market it all the time so it would sell, you would rather want to reinvest this money from marketing into the improvement of the product. So you would get more referrals, you would get more people talking about it, and a good product and a good service, it would just be selling itself. Like in the ideal scenario, obviously we would want to have some push from the sales and marketing point of view, but in the ideal type of world, if we have something extraordinary, very, very good, that is providing a lot of value to the users and the customers, it would generally outperform the competition, and it would not need a lot of marketing in order to sell itself as well, because people would just be referring it to each other because they understand the value of the whole thing. We have some people like Wolf of Luxa, so it's not a small Twitter account. He has 15k subscribers. He's just pushing Luxa on a daily basis as well. So that's something interesting. One of the interesting things that I wanted to share is that the relationships of Luxa team and the VC. So here we have the post from Anderson Horowitz, and you might not understand that it's about Luxa in the first place. It's about this page that is closed already, that if you would check on the website, it's kind of following their brand identity and their UI as well. And we have the comment from Fabian, who is the founder of Luxa and original engineer from Ethereum team. So it's this fun exchange, and the reason for that is because Luxa, they don't have any VC backing, they don't have any like huge companies that will invest into them. And I guess what is happening is that they're blocking them from investing because they want the product to be for the public and things like that. And that's why the VCs, they're making fun of them. So it's kind of this public project, and that's probably one of the risks that being introduced into the product as well. Because if we would have VCs there, we would understand that they will definitely be pumping the product closer to 2024. 2025, because they would want to make nice ROI and take profits out of the product as well. The same thing, for example, happened with Cardano. So Cardano, they have a bunch of VCs onboarded, and that's why they basically have this cycle where they pumped and essentially they took profits after that and things like that. So here we don't have it. Probably they might be buying themselves and things like that, but it's quite interesting that they're doing these hints and they're making fun of the product as well. So it definitely shows us that they have the eyes on the whole thing and they focus on this product as well. So they see the potential, and it might be a nice buy for ourselves as well. So if we would check my portfolio, Luxa is actually my largest bag. It's a bit going down actually currently. I was thinking that I might DCA in because I was buying initially at 7.1 and then I bought at 7.5. So my average is around 7.23, I think. And yeah, the issue is that it's coming down a bit after the pump. In terms of how you can actually buy Luxa, so it's kind of a hard thing at this stage as well, because you have two different Luxas on the market right now. One is the new one on their own blockchain. You can buy it on KuCoin and Gate. I was personally buying on KuCoin and then transferring half of it on my wallet. The other thing that you have older version of Luxa. So it's actually the product that's been on the market for quite some time. It's just that currently they're kind of showing some things, and they've been in development for I think 5 or 6 years at this stage. So it was doing some nice access in last cycle as well. So here it's ETH based. You can buy it on Gate. You can buy it on Uniswap as well. And there is a bridge with which you can actually transfer this Luxa to the new one. Some people, they're doing things like that. I'm not sure that you are getting any advantage of that, despite the fact that the market cap is 2 times lower. So from my point of view, they probably have a bridge and they provide equal amount of new Luxa in comparison to the old Luxa. So it's an interesting thing because they've done this bridge to their own blockchain in July. So I think it's quite bullish as well, because the bridge happened because they changed from ETH to their own blockchain, which is something that they have to do as essentially a custom blockchain. And I think it's one of these plays with the custom blockchains, because ETH might have crazy high gas fees once we enter the full bull. And there would be a lot of people looking for alternatives or things like that. And therefore, I think the narrative of L1s, of custom blockchains, L2s, it will be picked up again just by the fact that it will be so expensive to send gas, send fees, and things like that. So I think that's a very, very nice alternative, because here we have custom blockchain, lower fees, user experience, creative economy, and they're focusing on gaming and social fine other niches as well. So there are a lot of things that they're working on, but it's just that the core is all through their profiles and then through the community to build the dApps around this and things like that. So I think an interesting thing to build on Luxa might be the copy of OnlyFans. That's just a thought. Thank you for watching.